All right, welcome to Tokyo. New week, new documentary journey. I got myself a little mic right here. Hopefully, this will improve the quality. I got the new DJI Pocket as well. Yeah, look how good it looks though. Look at this shit. It looks so good. So yeah, out here in Tokyo, I wanted to get this new thing because the last video, for example, I was sitting in this cafe and I just felt like recording a video, but it looked shit, it sounded shit. So, what is this? So I wanted to get this new thing, and hopefully it's better now. So welcome back. It's such a cool place though. Look how different it is. Look at the lights. Just doing a walk around because it's like on a Friday night. I just did some work. So let's walk around the cities, met Australians. Oh no, actually these were Americans. It's always good to meet Americans around the world. But it's good to be out here again. I do, however, really look forward to being in a place with a social scene. Like this has a social scene, but you know, it's different. It's a different kind of social scene, you know? My social scene is like guys like me that I'm longing for, accessible. Because I'm sure there's guys like me here, but where the fuck do I go to find them? You know? So it's just more so fun and being a bit on my own and getting some work done and just fucking around a bit. But yeah, I am really looking forward to also going back to like Bali vibes where there's people all around and it's very easy to make social connections and do things together and all of these things. So that's why I'm considering where to go next, and I'm strongly considering either Thailand or Cape Town, and it's probably going to be Cape Town. It's a good time now to go to Cape Town. I know many people there already, and it's just a cool place to have seen as well, because I don't really feel like going back to Bali already, so maybe in the future. Who knows? Let's see. Look at the gym and the view right there. Pretty cool, right? Gold's Gym in Japan. It's a very cool gym. Get some gymming done. I need like 1 to 2 weeks to get into routine. When I know my places, I know where to go, then it's easy. So yeah, back at it. Last week I was off the gym because I couldn't find any and they were all fucking closed. I've never been a week without the gym for like years. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. So yeah, good to be back at it, you know? So, welcome to the apartment. There were some issues with the customer service I wanted to update you guys on. So for the past weeks, I said in many videos that I had been having issues with the customer service. So many of the things that were going wrong was because I could not find a good customer service rep. And then we are scaling, so the orders were going up, so the requests were going up, so basically I had a customer service rep quit, and then one that like her equipment broke, and then all right, so I had all these problems, and then the tickets were stacking up. So at some point we had like 800 open tickets. So when it rains it pours, I had to scramble like last minute to get everything together and to figure out how to solve this problem. So I finally now set up a good team for customer service. I think I've really found an A player. So there is a guy I found, and within a few days he was answering perfectly, and now we're with 4 customer service reps. He's also able to manage them. So it's cool to see giving out more responsibility, and this customer service thing is not something you'd really want to be dealing with when you're building your brand and scaling your store, because it's not a really high leverage activity. So it's good that I have that sorted out now. We're almost caught up with the requests. I think we're down to like 200 now, and the bad reviews were limited, so there were not that many. Of course, we had some lower Trustpilot reviews, but we were able to fix most of them, and yeah, that is all back on track now. I love these things when they come up and you solve them and it's just working. Like, it's the best feeling ever, because customer service will always be important, so you need to have that dialed in. And for me, it kind of broke during Q4, which is not the best time to break, but I managed to catch up, I managed to limit the damage, and basically we're all good now. So that is all got up, so we're ready to move forward without customer service problems and able there to have a solid foundation for, yeah, more orders or less. You know, you can scale up, scale down, but the foundation is there now, and I have some people to rely on for good customer service. Of course, we're still training them. We're about a week in, so yeah, let's see how that goes. But that's finally good, and I don't have to lose any mental capacity anymore over it. I can also show you guys this apartment. Wait, let me exit this. Let me turn this around. So this is the apartment right here. Just a little bed. I need to dry my stuff, so it's drying everywhere now. There's a little table here. And then basically behind me here is the entrance and the bathroom. So really nice little place. Nothing big, nothing much, but yeah, I mean, you don't need much. It's a good location. I think though next time I would stay in Shibuya. So I'm a few stations down in Shinjuku now. But Shibuya is really the place where I spend a lot of the time. There's a gym, there's everything. You have good steak there. I'll show you guys the steak, but my routine is like eat steak at lunch, and it's some good stuff. So yeah, Shibuya so far is really the place I enjoy the most. I wanted to discuss a few things. I'm just sitting down here and it's a nice location, so I'm doing like a vlog this week, so I thought let's just do it here, some different backdrops and stuff like this. So first of all, January drop off for the brand. I talked about this already in some of the previous videos, that I'm looking forward to seeing how much the drop off will actually be. There is definitely some drop off. So I'm figuring out now how can I best continue to be as profitable as possible with ads. So this means way more testing, way more trying different angles, way more trying new sorts of creatives, all of this stuff. Because in Q4, basically, it's easier because the buyer intent is so high. But in January, this drops off, so you need to really make up for it in other ways because the buyer intent isn't as high as in Q4. So I definitely see some drop off. The ROAS has gone down significantly, probably by about 50%, which is a lot in e-commerce. You have a certain ROAS that you need to hit to be profitable, and you cannot be further below because margins are already slim in e-com. So I am still profitable. I'm still doing about, let's see, yeah, 5 to 10k days, depending on the day, depending on what I'm trying and different structures. And I'm now trying to see what's most profitable. So yeah, seeing which countries can hold which scale, how far can I scale, what is like the tipping point to be at the most profitable. So at some point you can spend more, but ROAS drops, and that's good until a certain point where it kind of gets over the point, and then the more you scale, the lower the ROAS goes, but the lower the profitability goes. And at the end of the day, I'm really looking at net profit. So this is something that I'm battling. So the things that I'm doing to conquer the buyer's intent and the lower ROAS now, because people are not buying gifts, is trying new creatives, creating a new creative process because it's not that good yet, and I need consistent good ads. So I'm building out a new creative process, getting help from a script writer, getting help from video editor and different creators that create the creatives. So this is really the bottleneck now and the biggest lever I can pull. So how can I consistently create good ads that are iterating on what works, and this way increasing the ROAS and also increasing my ability to spend, because you have different kinds of angles and creatives that go to different kinds of audiences, but also lower the frequency of, for instance, ads, of people seeing the same ads of you over and over again. So yeah, I basically want to be testing new creatives every week. So this is something that I'm working on. We'll update you guys on that. Also, something that I wanted to talk about is filming in public. So as you guys know, I'm filming in public now, and this stuff is so much easier now than it was before. I remember so clearly always when I was in Bali that I used to go like back in this cafe, and then all the way in the back there was like no one, so I would put my camera down there and then I would like film. But if I heard a noise, I just had like a panic attack, or I just started sweating profusely. So it's just something I realized, that my filming in public is so much better now. It's like I don't care about it anymore. It's really crazy. It's a skill. I thought about this as a skill. Like, okay, what does documenting the journey bring me? Not only have I documented my journey in general, and I've talked about this way too many times, so I'm not going back into it. But also, you learn the skill of like filming in public, being more comfortable with yourself, being more comfortable talking in front of the camera, because this shit is hard when you start, you know? Storytelling. I'm telling a story. I'm getting better at storytelling. This will be so valuable for my future. Let's say I want to do a conference once or this shit. Like, if you have no experience with this stuff, then you're gonna be just so many steps behind. So yeah, I think sharing my stuff has also just given me a lot of skills that I realize more and more now, because I was doing one of these videos and my best friend from back home said like, dude, your storytelling has improved so much and you don't give a shit anymore. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, there were people walking in the background like here. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I used to fucking, I hate it as well, but now it just doesn't matter anymore. Just, I don't know. It's funny. So yeah. Anyways, documenting the journey has many, many upsides. So why not do it? Even though it's hard, you know. I try to upload it every week. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Now this shit looks so good. I'm so excited to record this. Look at this. It's like blurry in the background. I look good. I look fresh. I like it so much. So now I'm very excited again about recording. So I guess that helped. So yeah, that's what I'm doing to battle the January drop off, just improve many different things. We're caught up now with all of the customer service, so I have mental headspace again to see, all right, so January drop off happened. There is drop off, that's the bad news. The row has dropped significantly, that's the bad news. But the good news is I'm still profitable and I can still iterate from here because there's many things I can do to improve. So I will probably mention a more in-depth plan of what I will do. Maybe sitting down. I'm still trying to find the balance of how much sit down I want to do, like camera, like my last video. I mean the one before, where I was like in a podcast setting, and these, or did I mix them, or did I separate them? Because now I have, for example, an idea about a video analyzing 2023, showing what happened after I went all into the brand, and then looking at numbers, and then about what's next for things that I'm doing, what's next for things that I'm improving, how I will exactly battle, for example, now it not being Q4 anymore, but also what is next about the future for the brand and for myself, because yeah, I have a clear plan on that as well. So I probably will do that in a separate sit down video, just a complete sit down video, maybe like presentation, but I won't make topic videos yet, because like I said last time, topic videos I could make if I want to blow up my channel. So for example, say how to make X amount with e-commerce, or how I did this, or like I did one or two of them, but then I realized that is not what I want to do right now. I mean, it's fun once in a while if I have a good topic, but I'll still make it my journey, even though that's worse for the performance of the video, because I really do not want to get popular now. So I would rather do everything under the my journey thing and not make topic videos, like to with the goal to get views, and not label them my journey, but like make a good thumbnail and make a like a the most clickable title, and then get the click through rate to be as high as possible. Play this game because I don't want this to work yet. I'm very happy with this being low key and getting hundreds of views. Like 100 is fine, not 1,000. You know, in the future, if I'm ever comfortable with the idea of having more eyes on myself, then why not? Why not do that? Why not optimize? If I want to increase my impact, for example, then I might do something like this, where I want to bring more eyeballs to the journey to help more people out. But right now, that's not the goal. That's not the intent either. So yeah, those are just my quick thoughts. I just had a big ass steak here. Just a big ass steak. It's a cool place. Why is this not going? You know, food is so good here, guys. Honestly, food is so fucking good here. I just had a big ass steak. I paid like 12 euros. I don't know where the menu is, but shit's good here. Look at my little camera. Yeah. For reason, by the way, I just finished the workout. Why I think it's good to reflect often. I put one of the actions for this year to reflect every 14 days critically. So really ask yourself critical questions about what's going on. Am I doing the things that I want to be doing? Am I going the way I want to be going? Do I have the people in my life that I want to have in my life? Because I was thinking, and that's why I mentioned it in the past two videos, all right, so what's next for YouTube? Like if I want to grow, I need to, make topic videos, need to make videos that show how to do something or how I did this, and really make videos like with the goal that they can get views and they are actually applicable, because this is very niche, right? And that there's not many people that will listen to a whole video of me. But then I critically reflected and I spent like a few days, many hours on what happened in 2023, where am I going, what's going on around me. And then I realized like I don't want to grow with YouTube, for example. And that made me realize that more is not always better, because in my case, I wouldn't like what comes with having more eyeballs on me right now in this stage of life. Whereas us young guys and girls, we always think like, what's next? What's more? What to do? How can I grow? How to do this? Whereas, why? Like, you don't always have to do more or grow or expand. And then I realized, okay, easy fix. Like I was thinking, should I make this video not a journey video, but a topic video, because it would get more views? But then I'm like, by reflecting, I was like, no, like they're all journey videos, because the goal is not to grow right now, and I don't want to grow right now. So reflect on things and realize why you want certain things or you don't want certain things, because more is not always better. And sometimes the goal is not to grow more or to grow faster. In this case, for me. But again, like we can quickly think, what is next? How to do more? How to get more views? How to grow? But this is not always the best solution. So really think about it and critically question yourself. Like, what is the goal here? Why am I doing this? Do I want to make more money? Do I want to get more views? All of these things. So yeah, just wanted to share that. All right, we're back at the same spot, but now with a nicer camera and a microphone, so you can actually hear me well. So in the reflecting that I was doing some prompts and reflecting with some other people, sharing prompts back and forth. Like, do you think about this? Do you think about that? Is this face thing on? I think so. I want to try out how this works. The face tracking. Yeah, okay, now it tracks my face. So one of the prompts was, what advice would you give your younger self? And I think that is relevant for the videos maybe you're watching, maybe it can help you out. So I'm trying to see which ones that were, yeah, here. What would you tell your younger self? So I wrote down 3 things. So I wanted to share that with you. The first one that I wrote down, so these are kind of like, last video I did advice for my 20-year-old self. So those were basically my main learnings from 2023, but these are like general things. What would I tell my younger self? So maybe myself that was living in Rotterdam when I just started uni, or when I just dropped out, or in high school. So more so general, what would I tell my younger self? So the first one that I wrote down was that feeling like no one understands you, not being able to compare yourself, is the indicator you're on the right path. So it's a good thing. So I felt misunderstood in many parts of my journey and in school and stuff like this, but this is the best indicator that you're on the right path. So interpret it as a good thing. If you cannot relate with anyone, then that's a good thing, because if you're not doing what anyone else is doing, then you will not end up where everyone else will end up. Which, I don't know what you want, but that's not what I want. Like, I don't want average, not that it's bad or good, but I want to be free and do whatever I want and build cool shit. So that is not what everyone else will end up as. So this is a good indicator if you're trying to accomplish that. The second one that I wrote down was try to leave the maximum possible. This is one of the ones that I also talked about in last week's video, but try to leave the maximum positive impact on everything and everyone you come across. You will make mistakes, but the positives will far outweigh the negatives. And if this is the case, you have nothing to beat yourself up over, so you can let go. Important one for me, because I can very fixate on things needing to be perfect. And like, I always thought I want to be like a Greek statue, perfect in everything. But if you think this way, you'll put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you cannot do everything perfect. So then you will beat yourself up over the things that didn't go perfect. But that's like, it's impossible, you know? So let go. And this is a good framework that helps me out with this. The third one that I wrote down was, don't worry so much. You already know exactly what to do. Someone else doesn't know some secret thing you don't. Just give yourself time and keep making progress. This way you can enjoy the moment. So this is also something that I talked about in the last video. But yeah, don't get too worried about, needing to make money or doing this or doing that. It is very important, but I think we can put too much emphasis on it in our own heads for us young guys, that we really need to do it and need to do it now, that you kind of forget everything around you and you become like tunnel visioned, which is good. You will make progress, but you can find somewhere in between where you can still make a lot of progress but also look around. So this is the story from The Alchemist, where you focus on the oil but you also look around the palace. So these are three things I would tell my younger self that I wanted to share. Yeah, again, I think it's a good thing to reflect. I don't know if you write a journal, but you should try it. Even if you just look up some prompts on the internet and just answer these random questions, it will make you realize a lot. And this way you can kind of analyze and be self critical. So, yeah, journal, I guess, and be self critical might help out with something. I'm chilling here. Look at this. Look at this view. This is sick, ain't it? Maybe I can show it to you better. Look at this view, guys. It's a sick place, huh? Big ass city. Such a cool place to be. So I'm doing some work, and I've noticed that I really need about a week or two to get into routine. And then even then it's, I still am not really into routine, but I'm starting to like see the places and know where to go and know where to eat and know where to get coffee. The thing is, for me, in the morning I just really want to get going, and then after that, like in the afternoon, I try to do some more things and some different things, but I'm still having quite slow starts to the day, so I probably really start work at around 9. Normally that'd be like 7:30 if I just wake up at home and yeah, get straight to work, but now it's like about 9. Today I went to this coffee spot here with this sick ass view, and then in the afternoon, I'd probably go eat some steak and then go to some random place and then go to the gym. Try to put myself out of my comfort zone, like I said before as well, because otherwise for me it's really easy to get in routine. But yeah, I don't know when I'll be back in Tokyo, so might as well kind of see it and yeah, meet different people at different places. Still the rule: meet one new person every day. So I talk to one random person every day. Try to talk to two every day, and I hit it every day. Like it's really become part of just, if I see someone that speaks English, I just go at it. It's like became quite easy. I really suggest you guys do this because this way I've met the most influential people in my life. I've made the best friends on my journey. I've met mentors and things like this. Like speak to people. You never know who's who. As, for example, here in Tokyo, probably most of them, you know, I will just speak to once and I'll never speak to again. But you never know. Like maybe that's not the case. Maybe it is. So yeah, feeling good to kind of get around here now, know where to go, know how the train works, because that shit's confusing. It is a cool place. I would not live here, but I think it's a very cool experience and a cool place to travel to, especially if you're like into that whole scene of like Tokyo. And yeah, so it's a very cool experience, but I would not live here. I like to go to places like these, I've realized, because I can kind of realize, oh, what do I like? What do I don't like? Where do I want to be in the future? Why? And this way figure out like what will be the place for my future, in which places do I want to stay, because I've talked about this before in my video. I really like the Netherlands as a base, and I think it's a very good place. But then I want to have other places like apartments as a contrast to that, because I'm a small town boy. I've made videos about it, but I really enjoy the big city vibe. So I want to have the contrast of apartments in bigger places, or maybe it ends up being like village somewhere in Marbella or Spain or somewhere, which is not a big city. But I like that faster lifestyle, I guess, like people around and things, and then being able to reset at home and kind of chill. There's nothing out there where I'm from, so it's a good. I really like that contrast. That's kind of how I see it for now, for the future, but we'll see how that changes. So yeah, just some quick updates. Kind of in routine now, feeling good, knowing where to go. Yeah, I realized I need about a week or two for this, and then I'm kind of good in a place, and then I'm comfortable. I think that's about it for this week's documenting the journey. I'm gonna end up with a workout. What day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, the 10th of January. I'm going to be back at the weekly ones on Sunday, so I'll finish them on Wednesday and kind of coming up with a bit of a process now to keep them consistent. If it's nice, the week and I do stuff, I'll make a vlog like this. If it's not, and I have like a topic video in mind, and I'll just do that like next week. I want to do a breakdown of 2023 for the brand, about what I'm doing now and then about the future. So I'm just gonna make like a presentation for that, so you guys can see a bit more what's going on with the brand, the business, because this is more like my thoughts and stuff. So yeah, back into routine, like I said. Really nice place. Again, I think I will go to Cape Town later after this. So I'm kind of looking into that now, kind of like weighing where to go. But I will keep you guys updated on that. And that's really it for this week's Documenting the Journey. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week.